Hands are cold. Hands are cold. Let's check our tuning while we're waiting. Check this out, my friends. We added a tuner to the teleport. Watch. Go to the menu. Go down to tuner. You got a chromatic tuner. Don't need to have two different things. Cold here. Anybody showing up yet? Vintage Tone 22, good to see you. See, we got some people showing up. Happy Sunday. Hope you're staying warm out there. It is absolutely freezing here. Check this out. So now we have the tuner. Hit that. Now it bumps off here. All right. Bishop Bautista, good to see you. Vintage Tune. JC Nico. Liquid Tension, When the Water Breaks. Ooh, send me a link to that. That's a good idea. Yes, the Enchanted Mission, or Mitten in Michigan. Mark Chenoweth, good to see you. Archimal, yes. Yes. Any more Radiohead reaction videos? I would love to do a Radiohead reaction video. We will talk about that in a second. So, well, how do we do this? Well, let's look, we're moving all around. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to start out by making a little jam here on my teleport. And so I'm just going to press and hold the song. I'm going to make a new one. I'm just going to do it with the metronome because I'm going into GarageBand and I just have one little thing. And we'll make something fun. Let's see. Let's make it a little slower tempo. Let's see what this sounds like. All right. Add an overdub. Move to another part. We'll do a little horn part. So what I did is I started it kind of halfway through the first loop. So there it goes, right? Hands are cold today. Hands are cold. All right. How you doing? I'm here. I'm Michael. I'm here with my teleport. This is a live Ask Me Anything. So this is open. We can talk about anything you want. Let's see who's here. Not a musician, but love music theory. How's that possible? Tell me about that. Hey, good to see you from Argentina. Yes, I have done 2, I think, on Stephen Wilson Jr. Yes, I did. I'm a song. Dying to know if he did any deeper dives into Father John Misty and Between the Buried and Me. Very different things. I would love to do another one of each. Father John Misty. Oh man, I really like him. Fire me some links. If you're on guitar, check this out. Check this out. For those of you that are unaware, because I get just a mountain of requests, I made this spot on GuitarGate. So like if you're a GuitarGate member and you go to this groups, there's a Reacts request page, and you'll see that this is where everybody posts, all the things where they want me. I mean, Lewis Parfit, Richie Kotzen, remember, that's probably really good. Just rejoined GuitarGate. Also good to see. Defeated by Robots. We got Rufus Rainwhite, Dope Lemon, Lucas Silverstein. Anyway, all kinds of cool stuff on here. That is where generally I do the Reacts requests. That's generally where I take them. So if you're a member, post it. Let's see here. Twin Tribes. I'm not familiar. Arch, from recording parts in the teleport, can you pan them left and right? My amp has 2 speakers. So check this out, man. There is no panning. All of these inputs and outputs. So look, there's 4 on the back, 4 ins and 4 outs. They're all mono, right? Just like your amp, right? Like they're all the inputs and your guitar, right? It's all mono. And so you can run one channel to one amp. You can run one channel to another amp and make it stereo. So if you have an amp with multiple speakers and they have multiple inputs, you run one to one and one to the other. It's a really cool thing. Like, so I know not everybody has this rig, but like I have multiple amps and a bass amp back there. And I put my bass and drums into the bass amp and you'll never want jam tracks any different, like real sound. It's amazing. All right. Let's see here. Bishop, what's the biggest difference you've noticed between a musician that actually gets good quickly versus someone that doesn't? Thanks for everything that you share, Michael. It's always commitment. It's the same as learning a language or learning to cook or anything else in life, like with sports or a relationship that you're in. It's about commitment. And the metric isn't so much like the amount of time as it is like the amount of times like you pick it up. And when you pick it up, are you trying to get better at something, right? Are you trying to achieve something, right? I think that like what a lot of musicians do, like it's helpful to compare it to like another language, right? If you know like 20 words in Spanish and for like 10 years, every time you're like, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to work on my Spanish. And I just repeat the same 20 words over and over again, right? I never learn anything new. I never try to talk to anybody. I never go and visit. Like, I feel like that's what guitar players in particular do. You play the same licks, the same over and over again, and you have 30 minutes and like, it's fun, but it's just like, yeah, move on, right? That is a very different thing than if you're like, okay, I'm regularly picking it up. So even if you can't do an hour each time you pick it up, you do 10 minutes. But if you do that 2 or 3 times a day, and then each time it's not just some noodle thing, you're like, I'm going to learn this song. I'm going to practice making a melody to this thing. I'm going to fire up my teleport and I'm going to make a groove like you just saw me do. Something like that, right? That's the difference. It's just it's a commitment to getting better. You know, that's the thing. Frank, my teleport downloads are super loud and make my guitar input super low. I don't know if that's a question, but here's the thing. Whatever you plug into the input of the teleport is going to be recorded. The same way, whatever you plug into the input of your interface or your mixer or however loud your amplifier is when you put your microphone in front of it and adjust the gain, all it does is capture what it is that you're putting in front of it, right? And so, like, if you go to volume, you'll see, like, it'll give you the levels for the track. It's the input level and the recording level, right? And so if I were to download a song from someone else, I could see where their levels are, and then I could adjust mine to, like, visually bring it up. But you're still going to have to use your ear to, literally adjust your amp, and whatever you're hearing your sound out of, to change the volume. It's no different than that. And lots of different guitars have lots of different output volumes, and I guess what I'm trying to say, and that's important to understand, is that the teleport does not compress your audio, right? It doesn't change the sound. These are uncompressed wave files that it makes. So we're not changing the volume of anything that you put in front of it. We're purely capturing it. And the reason we do that is because when you download a song and you hear me play out of your amp, it's got to sound exactly like me. The air has to move in the same way, right? That's why we do it. Here, I'll show you an idea. Frank, how do you delete a single track on the teleport rather than having to create a new song? Simple. Go to the tracks. See, look, I have this first track is recorded. That's green. Second track is recorded. All I do is press and hold the center button. See, it says hold. There's a little X there. Hold it. It's gone. That's it. All right. What was I going to show you? All right, here. I'll show you. Here, I'll go to the website. Check this out. So, like, if you're part of GuitarGate, right, you obviously get the teleport pedal for free, right? If you're a 3.0 member, you get the community, you get all the lessons and courses, and you get the pedal. That's what 3.0 means. And so you get access to this feed. So check this out. So our most recent post today by John Garrett, who's super active, I made a song where I'm on first 3 tracks and he's on the 4th track. Sounds like this. Right? If I want to download that, I hit download, right? And it's downloading. And then if you look at my pedal, you'll see it says downloading right there, right? I can expand that. See how it says I'm downloading Vibe with JG, right? It's automatically downloading. And then what will happen is that I can play this. See, download successful. Now, I just have one input through my interface for this live stream. I don't have a multi-channel input for my live stream, okay? So it's not gonna sound great, and the volumes are gonna be all over the place. This is kind of the point I'm trying to make. So I have all 4 tracks and my drums coming out of the same output. See how these all say 1, output 1. So when I go to hit play, you're gonna hear all of it, right? Now, some of those might be completely different volumes than my volume, right? So if I click into volume, I can see right? It's close, but it's not the same, right? So you're going to have to use your ear. You can use the little volume things on here. You can see we got the decibel meters on the side now. But you can adjust each one of the tracks. Hopefully that's helpful. All right, I'm way behind. Open mic in Baltimore County advice. Pepper spray in each pocket, let her rip Americana. Oh, man. God, I got to tell you, I really don't know. I'm so far removed from the scene, and I am so guilty of what you're implying. And that's just like, I just stay in the county. You know, don't brave going downtown really anymore. Pepper spray or not, is just not worth it. That's a sad, unfortunate reality of living here in Baltimore. All right. Will Cooper, solid advice. Move forward into any new area and with theory. Yeah. How about altering your approach to improv by channeling other instrument licks to your style? Yes. Will Cooper. And I love that you have a mandolin in your little image there. Learn stuff from other instruments. 100%. My favorite improviser of all time is a fiddle player by the name of Vassar Clements. And when you learn, like especially horn stuff, right? When you learn stuff from other instruments and not just on guitar, like the big thing that you learn, the real big thing, and you've heard me preach this from the heavens on this channel, is that you learn the melody. You learn that every other instrument is so melody focused, right? It's not like riff and lick based. It's about making these melodies that connect these chords together, right? And so one place to start is always learn the melody to every song that you learn, period. Learn the melody to every song that you learn. All right. Let me go back and let me show you some more stuff people are making in the community. So if you are unaware, so when you join GuitarGate, like what is GuitarGate? The whole point is that it's a community of people trying to get better, right? And so when we came out with the teleport, the goal is for the community to be able to play together. That's the point. And so if you go out on this feed, you'll see all these people playing together. So this one, you got this reggae thing, Lucas and Craig. Let's see what this sounds like. Now, I know a lot of these things might not sound that great in the app or on the web, right? But when you download these to your pedal by clicking this, or even export the song tracks right into your DAW by clicking this, you can hear them out of amps. You can add effects to them, and you can hear the person like they're in the room. Or if you export it, make like a legit recording, because you're just getting this direct out of your instrument. But the whole point is that it's easy to find people to play with. Like here, this guy, Ryan Siebert, added a melody part to the same. This is sweet. I love this. So, like, if you go in here, I'm going to be like, this is sweet, right? I don't know why I generally type in all caps. My grandfather always did, and I don't know. It's a bad thing that I inherited. So, another reggae vibe. The bass. Yeah, Jay Gannon, it's a drum machine. It's a drum machine. These are human drum sounds, but these are not human drum grooves. The purpose of this pedal is not to replace human beings. It's to connect them and give them an idea machine, right? So that is a one drop, right? So it's a reggae groove on a drum machine. And the idea is to get people making stuff, which is what we're achieving. So check this out. So you got, there's all kinds of stuff. So Gotta be a Twitter fan out here. Helping someone else's dream. Scotty's hobbies, always posting stuff. Black Sabbath, Paranoid. I gotta add stuff. There's the big. One thing I also got to add, because you mentioned it, Jay Gannon. Again, poor tone. This is just a recording of what goes in before the teleport. So you're not hearing the amp sound. It's not, yeah. I don't know what Heartbeat Nabingi is, but I think you're missing the point. And the point is that you're getting people to play together that don't know each other. And they're trying to work on parts that go together. That's the goal, right? Never Not Whammy. Did I have a booth with NAMM? No, I did not have a booth with NAMM. And the reason I didn't have a booth with NAMM is because I don't sell to retailers. You can't buy it in stores. You can't even buy it by itself. You join GuitarGate and I send you the pedal for free. It's included in membership. Again, GuitarGate is a membership to, it's a community for people who are trying to get better and trying to find other musicians to play with and learn. So you're not going to see it at Guitar Center, right? Is the point. So that's why it's not at NAMM. But the other reason I wasn't at NAMM, or that teleport wasn't at NAMM, is because we're sold out. I don't have it. I didn't have any. I mean, I just got a new batch this past week, and those are already almost gone. So I unfortunately close membership when I don't have pedals anymore these days, because I no longer offer the pedals and the membership separately, because I'm trying to get people to play together. And so all the lessons and courses in the future you're coming through are associated. They're combined. They're one and the same. It's like Peloton. It's like people used to have stationary bikes and they'd watch VHSs and DVDs, but they didn't have to go together. Like now they like the lessons and the pedal and the community, like it all goes together. And so in the future, that's what it's going to be. So that's why I didn't get a booth at NAMM. Okay. Let's see. Watched you since day one. Good work. Appreciate you, man. It should be more. Hey, if you've been watching me from day one, you know how much of a Pantera fan I am. You know how much of a Pantera fan I am. You know what's interesting? This is a good thing to point out for everybody that's been watching a while. It says, although I'm a deadhead, I feel there should be more Dimebag Darrell props. So what that tells me is that when you look at my channel, you see mostly dead jam band related stuff. That's because that's essentially what the algorithm serves you. But if you go and you look at, say, like if you were to go to my videos or any channel's videos and you filter by view count, right? And you look at the most popular videos, you'll find that the heavier videos like Pantera and etc., not only are there, there are probably more heavy band videos than jam band videos, and they certainly perform better. It's just I just want to bring it to your attention that like the assumption you're making is interesting. It's just whatever the algorithm shows you based on what you watch. But I am a huge Dimebag fan. Teleport is for your average player to play with others, not for C- or C-suite execs, NAMM attendees who prioritize money and not music. Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't have anything against those people. It's not even that thing, man. It's like I'm not a music products company, right? I've been for 13 years. GuitarGate has been a membership community of people getting better, and we've slowly built the membership year over year over year over year over year, and that this was built so that members can play together. It's as simple as that, right? So it's not that thing that I don't know. I don't know. But I also just didn't have any too. So it's kind of, whatever. Will Cooper, how much is membership? It's $30 a month. But it is only available annually to cut down on theft because the pedal is included in membership, but it's yours to keep. I don't ask for it back. So if I were to just charge $30 a month and someone joined 1 month and got this pedal for $30 and then canceled, then I would lose hundreds of dollars because these things cost hundreds of dollars to manufacture, right? So even at 300 something, you're still basically just getting these at cost, but you get all my lessons, all my courses, and the whole community of people to play with. And so here, let me add this back. So I'll show you. So like in addition to the feed, you have all these groups that people are making, right? So if you don't have bands, you could join bands. Like it's all about finding people, right? So you got these people making all of these, groups based on whatever they're into. And so and in addition to all that, those are just the public groups. And the private groups, yeah, you can make your own band. If you share stuff, no one else has to see it. It can be completely internal. It's whatever you want it to be. Again, this is really just me trying to recreate kind of what I found at GIT in music school. You had like the lessons and the community, and the ability to play with people, right? And join bands and form bands and find other musicians. And that's what GuitarGate is. That's the goal. Would be cool to see this ported for acoustic instruments. Well, you can use a microphone, or if you have an acoustic instrument that has an output, you can use it. But the sound still has to be captured by something. But once it's captured, it can be shared. We have people uploading stuff with vocals and acoustic instruments all the time. Cello, mandolin, and we're actually about to drop a Vox box, which is so many people wanted to use something in microphones, XLRs. So we made a box that is called the Vox box, which is going to have 2 XLRs in and 1/4 inch out with phantom power. It's going to be cheap. It's going to just have gain, but it's going to be super high quality and just work great and bulletproof. So you can plug in whatever you have. Do Legacy Lifetime members get teleport pedals? No, because they cost hundreds of dollars to make. But Legacy Lifetime members get a credit when they upgrade to 3.0 for the money that they've already spent. I've sent many emails out. So if you're a Lifetime member, just search in your email. Or you can just email me, support@guitargate.com, and I will give you the code. And I will, and you can apply a credit. So like, you could take $100 off upgrading, so it would be $260 instead of $360, because you already spent that $100 with me, and I want you to play with the community. So basically, you get the pedal for like actual like cost, like completely. I appreciate that. More Mars Volta. I'd love to do Mars Volta. I would love to do stuff from other countries. The country of Niger has an insane desert rock scene. It's gnarly. It'll shoot you back into space. Okay, you gotta share that with me. I would love to hear about that. Email me or send it to me. That an insane desert rock scene that blows my mind. Okay, I do have an actual question. Advice on playing leads in different time signatures, the part in 15. All right. This is a really hard one. Okay. Playing in different time signatures, you're going to hate my answer. You're going to hate my answer. But you just have to feel it. You have to, um, the hard part about playing in different times is making it feel like it's not odd time and coming up with some melody, like estimated profit in 7, right? Like you have to just you have to make it feel normal. Um Unless of course you're trying to make it feel mathy, math, prog rocky, which those things never stick in my brain. And I don't listen to much odd time stuff because it doesn't stick in my brain. Um, it's very rare to have odd time stuff truly memorable, especially to the non-musician. I mean, the choices are few. Estimated profit is one. Money, Pink Floyd is one. There are others, but like it is, and even in Money, like the solo section where the sax comes in, it moves to 4/4, right? So it grooves. It is really hard to write in odd times, like Dave Brubeck, Take 5. Like it is so hard to make odd time stuff memorable to the non-musician. I mean, as soon as you start getting into odd time, like you really start making music for other musicians. It really is that thing where we nerd out on, but it doesn't have that it's very hard for it to have that thing that clicks with the average listener that also isn't a player nerding out on. It's really a challenge. Um, and so I know that's not a good answer, but it really is kind of like the true answer. Um, Learn a few bluegrass fiddle tunes. Yes, yes, yes. Couldn't agree with this more. Easiest way to master melody and chords, unless a metalhead, which is the same. Um, couldn't agree with this more. Um, I was a metalhead, grew up a metalhead, never really learned melody and chords until I got bit by the bluegrass bug hard. But all of the mechanics of it lined up. The licks were very the same, and it really started to make sense. Couldn't agree with this more. Um, I like the idea of the hardware to integrate right into our existing guitar rig instead of just being an app, which would be difficult to run through our rigs. Um, yeah, this thing does many things, but what it does the best, or I should say, my favorite thing, okay, is yes, I can say without a doubt, this is the easiest, most fun loop pedal you've ever used because each is 4 tracks plus a drum machine, and each track can be its own length, right? So I can make an 8 bar part 1, a 16 bar, then a 32 bar, or whatever. That's incredible. The fact that whatever you can make can be uploaded and downloaded, and you can play with people and collaborate with them when they're not there in this incredibly simple format is also incredible. But the best part are these bad boys, the outputs, right? And inputs, whatever you want to call it. The difference between I think this is the thing so many people miss, and I love talking about it. I think people have forgotten how important and substantive and powerful speakers are. Speakers. So it's not just the amp simulator or the top amp, the tube amp thing. When you're listening through the cans or through the monitors, right? And the whole mix is going through one cone and one tweeter and one, like, there is a reason when you are in the room with the live band that it's so much better, right? There's a reason that isolating the sounds and giving the bass player's like own amp that moves its own air and it's moving one speaker and the speaker is picked to match with that amp. Like when it's part of your existing rig, right? When you can hear other people play out of your amp and you turn it up and you feel them in the room and the air moves, right? That's the good stuff. Like that's the thing that like you can't replicate, right? And so in this world where there's an app for everything and AI is replacing everyone, right? And you don't need to learn, this is kind of the opposite of that. Yes, we're using technology, but what we're really doing is bringing the analog sound of someone playing out of an amp, right? And allowing you to have that in your room or your studio or your stage when they're not there. And so as much time and effort and energy as you've put in like building your pedal board and getting your sound, like you can have other people play through it. And you can share the sounds of your board and have it sent to someone else who has a different amp and they can hear you, right? Like I think that like this whole technological approach, like computers can fix everything, like forget how important it is that like human beings want to hear sound fill the air, the music in the air in the room, right? And the speakers, hearing it out of the speakers and not just an app, like hearing the person is really important. It's kind of the most important thing. It's sound we're talking about. And we're musicians because we're obsessed with the sound, right? So it's not about hearing it in the cans all the time or on the DAW, like or in like we love hearing the music in the room, you know? And to be able to share that, of course, is my favorite part. But that doesn't mean that people don't nerd out over the recording stuff and everything else because they love it. All right. So weak at time signatures. It's such a thing. Johnny Bean, how we doing? How we doing? I asked John for advice playing the 11. He said, count it 1, 1, 1, 1. Blew my mind. It's the same. Yeah. Every beat kind of has to be its own island, right? And every distance of the note. So it's not just, it can be do, 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 right? The duration of the note is like you really just kind of have to feel it. It's a thing. All of you Tool fans out there. Tool is another band who like has an incredible gift for making things that are odd time, not on their face value odd time, right? Because there's just the way that you hold out the note, the duration of the notes, the attack, just the delivery of the song, the way the melody floats over, like it's this other thing. It's clearly not I don't even know how to describe it. But you know what I'm talking about. That is really, really challenging. BV, good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Let's see. Troy, good to see you. Yes, BV, appreciate you. For anybody that's interested, okay, membership is open. We have teleports for free in stock right now. So if you go to, I'll just show you if I can get this pulled up over here. Maybe it won't let me. Why won't it let me? My thing is messed up. All right, check this out. Anyway, if you go to store.guitargate.com. Or if you go to guitargate.com, right, it'll take you here if you click become a member. You can explore the teleport pedal, right? We can go through all this stuff, watch a song being made, how cool it is or whatever. Read the reviews, and then you see it's free with GuitarGate. So you become a member, right? It's $30 a month, but it's billed yearly. The teleport's included. It is yours to keep. I will not ask for it back. So you become a member, add to cart. If you don't have a power supply, you can add a cheap one here. That's good. And it's real simple. It's pro instruction. It's people to play with, the community, and then you get the pedal that makes it possible, right? And if for anybody that's really wondering, if you're actually seriously considering it, and I'll get back to the questions, this is what to watch. It says member testimonial. The plan came together. This is, I think it was John Garrett sent me a testimonial, which summed up perfectly why we made the teleport. Very simply, he basically said he's been a member for years taking lessons, but he never felt comfortable uploading anything. He didn't create anything. He's working on this, he's working on that, he's downloading jam tracks, but he's not joining bands, he's not playing with other people. He's not doing the thing that he wants to do on the instrument, right? He wants to jam and play with other people. And he said he downloaded he became a 3.0 member, got the teleport, and was timid at first, but then realized that as soon as he hit upload, he was making things he otherwise wouldn't with people he otherwise wouldn't. And it just, it all finally came together, right? So it's the stuff that I found in music school. It's like the actual lessons. It's the people there, the community to play with. And then because we're remote, a Wi-Fi device that makes it possible. That's the teleport. All right. Anthony. Oh, I appreciate that. You're living out an amazing story. Hey, man, music saved my life. I support a family of 6 teaching guitar on the internet. It's crazy, and I'm so grateful. And I've committed my professional life to trying to get people to play more music and to get better playing using the power of the internet. And that's what GuitarGate's about. That's why I made the teleport. It's so people who don't have people to play with can play with people, and they don't have bands can join a band, and they don't have lessons, or they don't have the money for in-person lessons, or they just like me, right? Or like the other instructors, the guests that I have, they can learn from wherever they are. The internet changed my life, so I'm trying to use it to also help people change theirs and keep music in their life, keep the joy in their life. That's the idea. Let's see. Odd Time Masters. Rush, yes. King Crimson, yes. Yes. Exactly. Of those 3, I have to give the nod to Rush for the criteria that I said before, which is, do non-musicians, does it get stuck in their head, right? Do they, is it memorable? Is it in their head in the shower, like in the car on the way home from a concert, like, and they don't even know it's Odd Time? Can they sing it, right? Can they clap it? Do they know the riff, like, in Odd Time, even though it's Odd Time? That's the thing, right? It is really, really just a mystery. Like there's no one thing that I can point to you and be like, this is what you do. Like it kind of is the same thing as 3/4, 4/4, or 6/8, or 12/8, like all of these equal subdivisions. You have to spend time with it, and you have to feel it, and then you have to make something that naturally fits with that. You're not just adding a beat or removing a beat, right? You have to sit with 7 or 5 or 13 for a minute, right? For a long time, and find something, find a bass line, find a melody part that is perfect in that, and you're not just making something that fits that piece like, "Oh, I can count to 13, so I can." It's like, no, I have something to say which requires 13, right? That's the difference. Very hard, very hard. Lucas, I uploaded manual with my mic. Just need to adjust volume. My man. And hey, I just emailed you. And so we're gonna get that sorted out. I'm pretty sure you're the same person. Orca Cat, mandolin player too. Yeah, we need more. We need more acoustic instruments on GuitarGate. And by the way, each week we have, or I try to each week because it alternates with myself. But I invite guests on, right? So I pay instructors and invite artists or whomever to come on and make stuff with the teleport, and show you how to recreate it. And so, like this week, we had Jack Roosh, like the mighty Jack Roosh, who's a Nashville legend I love so much. Here, I'll show you. So, like, anyway, while I'm picking this up, the reason I'm showing this to you is because we need more acoustic people. And so, if there are more acoustic people, I will get more acoustic artists and instructors. Like Trey Hensley, I would love to have. I've already talked to him. I've sent him a teleport. To come onto the community and make stuff for us. So check this out. So if I'm on GuitarGate and I go to learn, I go to Masterclasses, right? The Jax was just Friday. I don't know why my internet's so well. It's slow because I'm uploading and downloading, streaming all at the same time. I don't know why it's not doing it, but it will eventually. Point is, Jack uploaded Friday, and what you get is here, double stop magic. So what you get is a 30-minute video of Jack showing how he made this song, Double Stop Magic. And Double Stop Magic, if you go to it, is this 4-part plus drums thing. So he's got double stops on track 1, 2, and 3, and then bass on 4 plus the drum groove, right? So you listen to it. Love that at the love that at the end. It's in E, so at the end you got this that slide up from D. But the point is you just hit download your pedal, or you can export it and make a track out of it on your DAW if you're one of those people. But you download your pedal, and then you'll hear all of Jack, coming out of your amp. You can jam with it. You can put the bass to the bass amp, drums to PA or whatever, guitars to different guitar amps. So number one, you can hear Jack coming out of your amps, or any of the instructors, which is super rad. But then you get to watch him. He has this video where he shows you step by step how he made the tracks on the teleport and how you can recreate them. And then you'll have people who download it. So like this was just Friday. We have 11 members that have downloaded it and then upload their parts to recreate it, and so that we can all kind of jam together. Isn't that a cool thing? So all I'm saying to that is we need more acoustic people, right? So I would love to have more acoustic people. And then if there are acoustic artists or educators, YouTubers, whatever online that you'd like to jam with, I'll reach out to them, right? I obviously pay them for their time and I send them a teleport. And so then we can all jam together. It's super cool. Okay. What else do we have on here? Let's bring this back in the fold. Yeah, Limelight. Exactly. And YYZ. Yeah. But again, this is what I mean. Like it's a thing that requires all of those beats, right? The non-musician isn't counting that, but they kind of just like know it, right? It's awesome. Ranger, way more than guitar pedal. It's a music machine. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's an idea machine. That's how I look at it. The idea again is simple. It's you're busy. You have a life. You might have 30 minutes or 46 minutes where you peel off and you're in your garage or basement or whatever and you're playing guitar, right? You don't want to spend 31 of them trying to find the right plugin and messing with the sound or try some new effect pedal, you're trying to buy to make. Like, what you want to do, right, is have the instrument in your hands and make something and play something and create something, right? And feel like you achieved something, just like the first question we answered on this live stream, in the shortest period of time. So what's great about this is, like, sure, I can download a song from GuitarGate, instant inspiration and motivation. I hear something, I'm like, "Oh, that's rad. I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna start jamming with someone I don't know." Then before you know it, 46 minutes went by and I was playing music with someone and making stuff that I don't know, or playing with someone I don't know and making stuff. But also, if I just turn this thing on and all I do is I pick my drum groove, right? And then there's no other options. I just hit record and it counts me in, and I'm forced to make something. Like, I don't have um I don't have like a mountain of options. So it's just as simple as that. Now, oh wait, you didn't hear that because I had my output on too. By the way, here's a fun little thing. Check this out. Let me make this bigger. So, like, if you find yourself always having your drum output to 2 and you always find track 3, you put output to 3, right? I can just go to the menu, new song defaults, hit it, yes. And now every new song will be the same kit, same groove, same outputs. So again, the idea is just to make things fast and simple, and to make people play instead of mess around with settings. Like, everything that required a deep menu dive, we deleted. There is no deep menu dive. That, what you just saw, is as deep as the menu dive gets. All right. Let's see here. David Benedict. Maybe he would do a clinic. I don't know David Benedict, but I would love to. I would love to. Luke, you're an acoustic person. I love it. Because Americana isn't consumer owned. It's alive with grandma playing too if she knows the chords. Yeah, changed my life. That music changed my life. I remember I first saw Doc Watson when I lived in California. I drove, I don't know, 2 hours or so when I lived in LA to go see Doc Watson at some theater. And let me get this out of here. He sang a cappella Amazing Grace, and it was the most profound thing I think I've ever seen musically. Doc Watson really, really changed my life and showed me the way. And after that, I really got obsessed with chords and melodies and, like, the essence of music, like what makes it what it is. Like, the way I describe it is a hunt for the inside, right? I'm on a hunt for the inside. And that really began, like, Doc Watson. There's some concerts, there's some moments in time that you were going this way and all of a sudden and it just made all the difference, is forever. That was that concert with Doc Watson to me. Seeing him, old, he was with David Holt then, when they were doing that tour, and, but by himself, essentially blind, doing it, just all sound. Again, the power of sound. We talked about the speakers. The sound of the room is such a big deal. It's such a big deal. And the sound of people in the room and the natural reverb of the space, like, it's such a important thing. And, hearing him fill up the room with just his big, huge, beautiful voice, and and knowing that he can't see, like, just adds something to it, right? Because it's just purely auditory and feel of the room and all the like. That was such a huge moment in my life, and it was really like the day that I really started going on that search for the inside. Um, and then later, which is well documented on this channel, I started getting into the dead. Um, and then I really realized that the thing I was looking for was melody, like melody, which is interesting because I loved Jerry long before I was into the dead. In fact, I never really understood the dead, but I loved Old and In the Way. Again, Vassar Clements is my favorite improviser of all time. But because bluegrass is a very strict, what did Bob Weir call it? A strict idiom. It is. It is not what you get in the dead, which is loose, right? Like bluegrass is not loose like that. You got to get all the parts, you got to get all the harmonies, right? Like the voice leading is perfect. But the thing that I missed during that time was how much it followed the melody. That the melody was really the thing. And so many of those songs, like the chords change when the words change, right? And it's like on purpose that way. It's about the melody and it's about that story. And so I don't know how I got on this uh, rant, but yeah, that thing with Doc Watson changed my life. It just did. I don't know how I got there. Okay. Trusted Hayden. Do you think Prince approached the guitar more like a rhythm instrument that could solo or a lead instrument that sometimes played rhythm? Rhythm, for sure. Rhythm. 100%. I don't even know why I say that so confidently, except for the fact that all the best musicians really it's rhythm first. I mean, it's rhythm, harmony, and melody are the ingredients of music. That's what it is. It's rhythm, harmony, and melody. And the most important is rhythm. Like you can have melody and rhythm. You can have any two of the three that are good as long as one of them is rhythm. It's the thing. It's the thing. So I don't even know if that's an appropriate way to answer that question, but you listen to Prince and it's like it is just a well-oiled rhythmic machine. It is a rhythmic machine. Like machine. Okay. I live in New Hampshire, bastion of libertarian liberty, yet no one plays music. Oh, come on. No one plays music in New Hampshire? Come on. Can I make Tim Burke? Good to see you. Can I make the accent beats in the metronome a little louder? So, just to make sure I understand what you're talking about the teleport. And so, like, if I do a 4/4 metronome, it sounds like this. So those are all the same, right? Now, if you know this, you can choose different drum kits which have different metronomes. Now, the reason we didn't make accents on the metronomes is because we don't want to dictate where people feel the beat. Just know that if it says 4, it's going to count you in 4. If it's 3, it's going to be 3. But we don't, it's like if I go into Google right now and I search metronome and I hit play, it's just going to give me the click, right? I understand that people want the, but what that teaches you is to accentuate the 1. But you might be working on accentuating the 3, like in reggae. 1, 2, 3, 4. You might not realize that, right? So check this out. So like if I'm on my quarter note and I have my eighth note like kick, and you listen. Oh, I didn't hit play. I just moved it over. Let's give it a snare. So that's here, I'll take it off 4 on the floor. I'll do an eighth note. So again, this is kick on 1 and 3, snare on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you're choosing to focus on. But if I go over to a 1 drop, listen to it. It's on 3. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2. That's what the 1 drop is. It's the accent on 3, right? And if I play like a funk tune, like a la James Brown, Parliament Funkadelic, like a straight ahead funk tune, the accent is on 1, right? Like that's the difference between funk and reggae, right? Like those two examples is the accent is on 1 versus the emphasis, rather not accent, the emphasis is on the 3. And so that's why the metronomes don't have those, because I don't want to dictate those to you. I suppose I could add more, but I also don't want to have a lot of options. I want to limit options. Fewer options are good for musicians. Of course, I've seen Magnet Brain, heard Magnet Brain. Of course. All right. Drop Top Roberto, I have a question. I can't figure out how to create a group to add my buddies on the teleport. Would you mind taking me through it? Sure. So if I go back to here and I go to groups. Now, again, you can do this on the web or the app. Maybe I should show you how to do it on the app. I'd have to take it off of my thing. But basically, if you're on the web, create a new group, right? Now, enter your group name, description, image, visibility, whether it's public or private, right? And you just hit create group. So if you're in a group that you own, right? So like you'll have all the groups, join groups, and groups that you own. So like let's say I have I own this group, Pink Floyd covers, right? Own it means I started it, right? It's my group, but I made it public. For like these, like this one that went away, I made private, right? So it's just for me. And then these are the members that are in here. I can go to invitations and I can see who's there. If I want to invite a member, right, hit this button up here, edit group, invite member. Hit it. It'll search for users, or you can just enter an email address for someone who's not a member of GuitarGate, and it will invite them. And GuitarGate is free to join. You just won't get access to, well, you won't get the pedal, you won't get the educational content, you won't be able to create groups, but you'll be able to be a part of the community for free. So for anybody out there actually that is curious, go to guitargate.com and make a free account. Or if you're an app user and you want to check out the app, just search for GuitarGate, the teleport app on iOS or Android. Let me see if I can actually do a screen share on the phone here, because this actually might be a good thing to try to do. So bear with me 1 second. Let me see if I remember how to do this. No. Screen. Oh boy. Let's see how this goes. Look at this. Gonna figure this out in real time. All right, so check this out. Where's my mouse? So now I am on the, all right, stop screen. Let's put this on screen share, entire screen. Look at this. Bam. All right, so now I'm on my app, right? Now we just came out with dark mode, so check this out. So now you're seeing dark mode. And so if I'm on here, so again, it shows your streak, how many songs and plays and everything. And again, this isn't a competition. This is 100% meant to remind you that you're playing more and people are listening to it, and you're not giving up, like this is good. So you have your, I just pushed this to the top because it's a masterclass. It has your uh, teleports course, which by the way, I would check out because it's free. Anybody in here want to see how to make songs in the teleport? Download the app, free, join for free, view this teleport 101, start making songs for free. No money. You can see the whole thing. Your course, group activity, whatever. So if I go to groups, you'll see at the top, it says create in purple. I hit it. Same thing. Add photo, add a group banner, name, visibility, create group, same thing. And then if I go to my groups, so like if I go to this private group, right? I go to members, I can see that there's this purple invite button. Invite. You can search by people or just enter an email, and then they'll get an invite, and then they'll be a part of the community. And then, of course, once you're in, right, here's your feed. Ignore all this debug stuff at the bottom. That's for admins. But you'll see everybody that is playing songs together every day, right? So you'll wake up every day and you'll say, oh, man, look at all these people playing together. Oh, let's listen to one. Let's download one to my pedal. And then before you know it, you'll upload a melody part or a rhythm part or just post something for someone else to add to, or just to some accountability for yourself. And you'll find that you played that day, right? And then you get all your courses, right? Again, Teleport 101, Start Making Songs is free. You got your Masterclasses, which are, basically my friends and artists that comes through. You got Jack, Randy, Lyle, Jamie McLean, Guthrie Trapp. Got more coming. And then song lessons, again, where I show you how to recreate songs. So Days Like This, Van Morrison, The Doors, Cold Sweat, James Brown, Santana, Black Magic Woman, 400 Years, Peter Tosh, and so on and so forth. So I'm like showing you how to recreate songs in the style of stuff you already know on the teleport. All right. Let's see here. Drop top Roberto. I don't know why I couldn't figure that out. Must have been in a panic. Hey, man, here to help. All right. I think that's about it. We've been out on here in about an hour. Dude, that was such a great show. And Zach he had just messed up his leg or something and he was hurt. That was tremendous. What a good time. That's it. Crackerjack, why are you gay? I don't know. But got a lot of children. Don't feel that gay. Jay Ganning, it's all about the tone. That's it. All right, my friends. Thanks for tuning in. And again, and BV, thanks for being one of our fearless moderators. Really appreciate you. Again, if any of this is interesting to you, just know that the point of Guitargate for 13 years, since January of 2013, has been to get people to play together, to learn, to try to get better. And so we made the teleport pedal so that the members can finally play together. And it's tremendous. We have thousands of people that have them now. And it's included free with membership. So if this interests you, we have them in stock now. They've been out of stock for a month more. And I'm sure they'll be out of stock again in a just, I don't know how many days or weeks, but soon. But you would go to store.guitargate.com, sign up for 3.0 membership. I send you one for free. You get all my lessons, you get all my courses, you get the pedal, it's yours to keep. But most importantly, you get a path to keep the instrument in your hands and people to play with. And that's why I've committed my life to this, right? I love you all. Take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Porkins, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Have a good day, guys. See you.